Today we celebrate as the lucky generation of our time because of strong and effective drugs that have been brought by the health expertise in our time. Today I'm here at the Tshwane District Hospital.
For decades, HIV/AIDS has been a worrisome factor in societies, and the nations at large when it comes to health issues. There was a time when people would die in front of medical experts because they had no clue back then on what to do with the HIV virus. Later on, a drug to suppress the virus was found, and the antiretroviral drug was introduced. It was a big achievement in fight against a disease that took so many lives, leaving so many children to become orphans. However, the introduction of the drug came with a price, especially in Africa, with some other people for them to secure the drug they had to purchase the drug an exorbitant price. This left others having to die with no access to the precious drug. As time went by, the World Health Organization partnered with the national health ministries across the world started a campaign of rolling out the lopinavir-ritonavir drug for free to patients living with the AIDS. This was a positive step to eradicate the virus. The drug became available and accessible, but the only problem was that it wasn't that strong enough to suppress the virus for partners not to contract the disease to each other during sexual intercourse. Health experts encouraged the use of condoms to partners living with the virus in order to reduce the viral load. Medical scientists were busy every time in the laboratory to find a solution to destroy the virus, and in 2007, the World Health Organization recommended male circumcision as an HIV prevention tool, citing that it can reduce the risk of HIV acquisition by around 60%. It became a campaign everywhere, and all the males were encouraged to get circumcised. July 16, 2012, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the use of a pre-exposure prophylaxis for HIV-negative individuals who are at risk of acquiring HIV. That was a breakthrough to mitigate the spread of the virus, and in 2015 the South African Medicines Control Council approved the use of PrEP pill in combination with safe sex. August 13, 2013, dolutegravir was also approved for medical use in the United States, and in South Africa, it was introduced in December 2019 as a second-line antiretroviral therapy. This drug gives patients who are on the second line a boost to the immune system, and also allowing them to have unprotected sex without fear of infecting their partners.
Sex is, everyone enjoys it, but we need to know the dangers of sex, especially unprotected sex. We have condoms, we need to use condoms. To those who are running away from condoms, because we are seeing the number of HIV, people that are being infected with HIV, they are increasing, which means people are not using condoms. They can buy condoms, but they can still not use it. So luckily these days we also have PrEP. PrEP is another pill that you can take before having sex, and even whilst you are having unprotected sex. It helps you not to catch the virus, which is the HIV that leads to AIDS. But we also need that there is advantages and disadvantages, because with the PrEP you can still have STIs. You can still have STIs. We have different types of STIs. So to my opinion, we got advantages that from the virus you are safe, but you can still be infected with STIs. But what I want to encourage people, let's not have multiple partners. Let's try to have one partner. If it's possible, you can abstain from sex. Try to reduce it, because there is a lot of dangers. People are dying. But luckily these days you can have ARVs, you can still live more, but prevention is better than cure. Guys, stay safe. PrEP is there.
It's a good thing to protect yourself. Nowadays there is PrEP, and then you can go to your nearest clinic or hospital and get PrEP. If you have maybe a partner with HIV, you can use PrEP, so you won't get HIV. And then maybe sometimes you can use condom. You can go to your nearest clinic or hospital and get an advice there. They will tell you all about it.
Now we are happy. People have got advantage to get preppies, and it's advantage for us to prevent, to protect ourselves. You know, people, we are living different, and especially to the young kids. Protect yourself. You can protect yourself even through condom. It's good for us, for our healthy. Don't do things just because you need to do it under pressure or whatever.
The global goal is to stop HIV and AIDS as a health pandemic by 2030. With the recent announcement by the President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump, of stopping all HIV and AIDS aiding to Africa, what does it mean for us Africans and the world at large? Does it mean that we are waiting for another surge of new virus infection? Or we are just await for a surprise that maybe God can come and help us again? That was it on today's episode of The Lucky Generation. We thank you.